So we're going to look at Kaplan today, and we're going to see she's a lawyer that has 3 lawsuits that are awaiting Trump tomorrow, actually, when he is no longer under the shield of being president. He will have a lot of people doing that, not just her. There's Cy Vance, there's Letitia James, to name but a few. I'm sure there will be others, but I want to focus on Kaplan and to see, I'm sure Trump is sweating buckets, really sweating them. Beauty. But I'm going to focus on her success or not. I want to see how things are going to go. She's said to be very good, very patient, very thorough, and very ready to take him down. She doesn't like a bully, and that's one of the reasons why she became a lawyer, apparently. In the Raw Story link that I have put up, which you can now see, there was a link I had up earlier about her, and unfortunately that link didn't turn out to last, or there was something came up with it. It wasn't any good. So there's a new link in there that is good. Sorry. There's a lot of noise outside. It's windy today. We've also got, I live on a corner, so we hear everything often. All right, so let's just take a look at her. Miss Kaplan. And how her lawsuits will go against Donald Trump. Let's take a look and see how her lawsuits will go against Donald Trump. And again, I always like to call in my spiritual helpers to help me read accurately and clearly, and I thank them. All right. Here I shuffle my cards. Now you can see, I gotta get used to trying some different setups here. Well, we get the 10 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Still got the glare, because I have the overhead light on today. Well, you get it. So there's the 6 of Wands. She's going to be very successful going against his family. I feel like taking down their power that has been around for generations. I feel like she will be an important, and an important player that is successful in taking down their a lot of the money stuff shows up. You get that, but it's also family. I haven't taken a look to see which or what she is suing him for, to be honest. But I didn't find a lot of information. But I also need to go over the one that I did find on Raw Story with more of a fine-tooth comb to pick that up. But I see her as being successful, definitely. And it looks like it's family-based type of lawsuits of their family business. It will, if not, it will affect their family money, and that is definitely there. There's also that we note that is a 10 card, so this is an end of a cycle too, end of a karmic cycle, big time. This is not just for Trump, but for everybody. I feel like our karma is speeding up to us, so we need to all be very mindful and honest with ourselves before we act in ways that can come back at us. Wouldn't hurt anyway. So I believe that she will be successful. And with that 6, it's going to sting. He's going to find that it stings, that she's going to whoop some butt. she will receive accolade too, because the Six of Wands is a card of where your success or your victory, if you will, is recognized. I think she's going to be historic. Go down in history as one of the people that took Trump down, played a major part. Because I see her as being one of those people. And she will be successful. Okay, I'm going to pull 2 more cards. Put these over here. Oh, yes. Then we get the 4 of Swords and the 2. This is the delayed justice. This is the delayed, I think, also for treatment of the pandemic, blocking it, or there's some kind of obstruction for those who are ill. This can also be straight up obstruction and going to prison. There's some sort of a block, trying not to have to have any accountability for this card here, which often for me is the pandemic card, but it can also be a card about talking about incarceration, where you're basically in a little room, you're alive, but you're not really physically active and participating in life. You might be ill, or you might be needing to recover, so on and so forth. But whatever the reason is, your energy is subdued. And you are not in any condition to physically, frankly, act on your behalf, really. There's just a block. I feel like it's just the delay of him being held to account for stuff with COVID, for stuff with where people have suffered, and whatever she is seeking for. He has been in denial, not done something, just left it. It's negligence. Negligence definitely with COVID. Ignoring, blocking, ignoring. People sick. 7 of Pentacles and the 2 sevens of Swords. This is reevaluating, taking stock. I feel like she will readjust as she needs to. And as more, as the best way to attack, as the best way of ambush on him, honestly. She's very thorough, as I said, shows up, and mindful. So, and with Trump's gonna see, I think, problems. He already has problems to get a lawyer because he just doesn't pay them, and he's really not going to be able to pay them the longer he is out of office. He is going to find up his dirty ways of filling his coffers or paying his bills or keeping the lights on, whatever you want to call it, keeping Melania in Botox, is going to dry up. And a lot of it's going to be eaten up in all of these lawsuits. And Kaplan ain't playing. She is stealth. She is smart. Shows that here. She can foresee down the road. And she's practical. And she's sharp. She can read between the lines. Very much. Can you guys get that? I get that. Interesting lady. I gotta know more about her. And I know that she's going to go down in history as a woman lawyer that was part of taking this tyrant down. Her, Letitia James, Cy Vance, all these people. And there is a great deal of sorrow here. We're looking at losses that are irretrievable, and that he's caused way too much damage, and mourning and grieving and loss, just devastation. And she is here to try and change that. She really does not like a bully. She's like, nope. We have cut. He's out of the picture. We get the Wheel of Fortune. So this again is a nod of karma and somebody holding him to account. But I believe the switch is that it finally sticks. And I believe she will be pointing out a pattern in their family and over time of criminality that costs other people lives, livelihoods. You know, they've just hurt too many people. And she wants to help get us out of this despair. She really does. I know lawyers can be a bit, my mom went to law school, as I said, and a lot of her friends that I was surrounded with were, at that time, my mom was one of the more older ones, so she was in her 40s at the time. But anyways, I shouldn't. Okay, so I'll have to do videos where I just do a chat, where I can feel more free just to chat. Because a lot of people just like, get to the point, which I understand too. So, I see the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. I think she's just going to show his maliciousness. It won't be hard to do, but she will do it in a way that is poignant, of the suffering and the heartbreak and the division that he has caused in this country. I'm sorry, that's not in frame. Hold on a mo. Here you go. So don't come at me for the glare. Anyway, that is the Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. This is about him stirring up violence, him stirring up also, not that necessarily that, I don't know that Kaplan will go into all of that, but it comes up as relevant in regard to her. So I think she's going to be able to bring out and show with regard to whatever, as I said, I don't know, I haven't looked. There's just so much material and I have only so much time. So I have to have some time where I'm just not doing politics. But I'll definitely be going and looking. I see her just able to show complete disregard, malevolent disregard, and in fact, being the source of causing misery, illness, anger, rage, divide, so much a host of negative things. I know that certain attorneys are going after, attorney generals are going after certain aspects. So certain crimes, I think, I don't know quite how they're going to divide that up, but they have to. go after him for certain things, and I feel like they're going to be successful. I mean, this guy hasn't really given them a way that they wouldn't be, other than he's just used to getting out of it. He doesn't realize that the universe is pulling the rug out. He's kind of scared because he's kind of being told now, and he knows that he has to leave office, and that's a reality. But this is a man that's very much childlike and hasn't evolved to become more adult. And so, although the adult part of him knows that this is coming, I feel like the child part of him is so much greater that it's going to be devastating to him. Yeah. I know that you will not be shedding any tears, neither will I. It's his choice. I feel like also these lawyers are going to be able to defend their sources. They're going to be in a position of, since he's not using and abusing the office, the most powerful office of the land, to shield himself, now he's going to get it with both barrels, apparently. And again, it was all about a choice. It's like there were better choices. It's not like you didn't have better choices. That's what the Lovers is saying. You had better choices, but you chose the ugly. You chose the ugly for the short term, not mindfully chosen. This is interesting energy I'm picking up from these two. I have got the Page of Cups. Let's see if we can. And the Page of Swords. Incidentally, this is the Haunted House Tarot. I'm feeling again like there's bugs, and I don't mean like bugs and insects. I mean like recorded surveillance type of information here. This comes in real strong. And I don't know if this is... Trump is known to... Certainly at Mar-a-Lago, I know that the reputation of it being bugged. Can't miss out on those blackmail opportunities of our guests. So I'm totally getting the surveillance, the being watched and listened to. And I feel like these things are recorded. And now I don't know if, let's see how that refers. Because we are going through Kaplan for this information. Doesn't mean that it's all going to be part of her investigation, but sometimes it means the energy coming up at the same time that she's doing this could be this. There is a... Ooh, yeah. I'm getting those total vibes of communications, and we're listening in. Other people listening in. It's like you're not alone. Oh, I feel like they have, if it's not recordings, it could be recording in the way of electric, because it's electronic emails and communications, WhatsApp, through those kind. Well, not necessarily, but you know what I'm saying. So there are intercommunications that he's had with people, are going to be just damning. And I think there's some thing that she's got where that will be coming out, if it isn't hers, comes out around the same time that she's pursuing her cases against him. Again, be interesting for me to now go look and see what her cases are. I need to go look at Cy Vance too. I haven't. See, there's just so many. You have so much material that I think all these folks are going to do really well. So there's my reading on on Kaplan. Get the camera on and I blank. I hate that. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.